Hey guys, it's Steve with Montana Musings. Today I am loading up some 6mm arc with some 107 Sierras Match Kings, and so I did try out some of these. Of course, I loaded them to the max and went over on some, and there was a little bit of a heavy boat lift on them. But I was able to get over 2,800 feet per second out of these 107s, so I was kind of happy about that. But I settled back on these. I got 30.8 grains of Leverevolution in there, so we're just I'm pretty sure that's backing it off enough. I won't have any issues with the with any of the boat lift and pressure problems. So I think we'll just settle on this, give it a try, and see if I can stay around that. I'd be happy if I was around 2750 with these 107s. I think that would be plenty good, and I can, as long as I know what I'm getting, 2750 is enough speed to get out to distance. I did last year in that PRS shoot, I shot those 108s, which were shooting 1/2-inch groups, those match ones, which is amazing. They were going about 2635 if I remember right, and I was able to get them out to 1,435 yards. So a little more speed could be helpful. Be a little flatter, and would help with my elevation adjustments. So I'm just going to try these out and see how they fly, and see how accurate they are out of my gun. I think they should be pretty good, because it did like the 108s, so it might like the little heavier bullets. And that's with that Howa 1500 that I put together with that Oryx chassis. So if you haven't seen that, it shoots really good, just as most of the Howas do. For as cheap as they are, that barrel to action is like, I think it's on Brownells for around $4.75 or something like that. So they're relatively inexpensive, and they shoot well, and they're accurate, and I have no complaints, I'll tell you. So if you're looking at getting into 6-arc, that might be something you might definitely want to try, because I do think they have them in stock right now. So the last time I looked was just a couple days ago. So another thing, last night, because I'm always trying to find stuff to try out without spending too much money, because that I can still use, because I'm not making any money on YouTube. So so I bought one of those Halo Rangefinder binoculars, and so I just ordered that last night. They had a 15% off and all this other stuff, so I was able to get it at a pretty good price. I think they're $3.99 and they were $3.59 if you're a member, and then they had another 15% off site-wide deal. So that's so I got one of those last night, and I'm kind of anxious to try that out. Seems like that's kind of the wave of the future. And I had a Halo one of this years ago, rangefinder, and it worked really good. So surprisingly, it doesn't have a whole ton of bells and whistles, but it worked good. And I had another one called, it's a Bresmer, which I got from Sportsman's Guide as well. And when I got my Leopold, whatever you want to call it, that 200, I think that is but anyway, it ranges out to 1,400 yards. That's what it is. And so I arranged them together to see, and they were within a yard. So and that was out to 400 yards. So they're not too bad, even the cheap ones. The technology has been out there for a while, so it's not hard. And that's, if you're looking to go cheap, you can, and still have good equipment. But if you want a little more bells and whistles, I guess you got to step up a little bit. But anyway, that's the I got 50 of these. I got 5 of them in a magazine already, ready to go shoot. But so I got 50 of these loaded up, and we'll have some test material, see how they do. And yeah, that's what I've got going on a Saturday. And hope you guys are having fun either shooting or getting ready for hunting. We're meeting up with my son next weekend, and we're going to kind of go through what we want to get for permits and tags and the whole schmear. So we got to have that done by April 1st. So we're going to do that next weekend, and looking forward to getting that done and seeing what the results will be. Some of it the results are in by April 15th, and then like the elk, bee tags, stuff like that, that's probably June 15th when that results come out. So it's kind of a little bit of a waiting game, but it's not too bad. So anyway, that's what I got for you today. So you guys have a good one. And oh, one more thing. I do have this ADG brass that I gotta throw together put a load together with. I'm kind of leaning towards well, I'm going to try a few things. I got the 165 ABLRs, the 155 LRXs, and I think that's going to be the first 2 that I try, just because those are going to be my hunting loads. And so I got to see which one tunes up the best in that sequence that's coming here, hopefully first part of next week. So anyway, so I got some fun reloading stuff to do, and I'm anxious to get that sequence dialed in so we can knock down an elk this fall. I've been waiting a long time to get one. So had a few chances. Nothing seemed to fall together. The last 3 years, the closest we saw one was probably 1,200 yards and going over the top of a mountain. So it was probably even farther than that. But yeah, likeliness of that, us catching up with them was 0. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next video.